Shy men of Reddit, how to flirt without scaring you off. I really like shy guys, but I never know how to approach without feeling overbearing. I can't tell if shy people are interested in me. Any success stories? I just assume they're not flirting. Yup. I don't want to be a creep, so anytime a woman talks to me I just assume she's being friendly and has no interest in anything other than a chat. I have no clue how many times I've been right or wrong about that because I never push the issue. I'm a shy man myself, and you just gotta be really fucking direct. Otherwise they'll never know. You have to be genuine, direct, and upfront. Beating around the bush won't work with us either. You really just gotta go for it, guess. Cause we'll never ask you out cause we're shy as fuck. Just be very calm, gentle, and honest and open. If you're interested, please just say it. Don't approach them with a gaggle of your friends around you. That's going to set off alarm bells. It's more like they are just not used to anybody approaching or complimenting them, so you have to be dead direct as fuck about wanting to date them and offer your number, etc. If they look paranoid/confused, that is normal. They're really in shock because it's not a normal thing to them, so you have to reassure them it's not a prank or something. As someone who used to be really shy, that has happened. Before introduce your name. Tell them you think they're really cute and want to get to know them better on a date. Emphasis on using the word date so they will register it immediately. Then offer your number and hopefully they'll handle the rest well. Shy guy here. All my relationships have been from lovely ladies who basically told me directly what they thought and interest. Example, here is my phone number. Please call me tonight when you get home. No, I am a bit more than shy, but once I'll know you are truly engaged and I understand your interest, then I am like a puppy dog and will follow you around. We want relationships, just too scared or clueless. He's more afraid of you than you are of him. I'm married and shy. My wife bought me a beer and said she liked my hat. Then we started talking. Then I bought her a beer. We exchanged numbers and started texting just to see what each other was doing. It went from there. We went for coffee and other dates. She made me feel normal, which was a strange thing for me. I was always anxious around people. If she texted and I said I didn't feel like hanging out, she just said okay, maybe tomorrow. Eventually when I said I didn't want to go out, she started inviting me to her place. That worked for me. We were in a relationship for a full year before we had sex. I don't like rushing things. Just lots of movies and hanging out. Make it clear you're not just being nice. I am never able to tell the difference between nice and flirty, so I always just assume the women I talk to are very friendly. I was shy and distrusting. A lot of my trauma when girls would flirt with me was me expecting it to be a prank of some sort, like in grade school. As someone with social anxiety, I can say that just being genuine works. Don't even worry about flirting. Just the fact that you bothered to even engage me in conversation is enough. To further elaborate, shy people tend to be ignored all the time by everyone. So when someone actually approaches them, it means you actually saw us, like noticed us for once, which already makes us really happy. I am shy, and I don't get it when people flirt with me. My now girlfriend just told me directly that she kinda liked me and if I wanted to go out on a date, this could work. But before that, get to know them a little. Anything that might be significant, they might reciprocate. Shyness is often linked with sensitivity and compassion. We imagine how others feel when we talk and do things, and it often results in overthinking. That is why we don't do and talk much when meeting people for the first time. You'll find two types of shy people, introverts and extroverts, and also perverts, sometimes XD. Shy introverts will probably act the same way even after knowing them for quite some time, and shy extroverts like me will be quiet and shy at first, so they can understand what kind of person you are and if they can open to you before switching to a more open side of their personality. Just be yourself, otherwise shy guys will sense hypersensitivity. Remember that something is off. Don't be afraid to talk about you a bit at first to help the guy understand what type of person you are. So a cool thing I saw once. She went up to him and said, "Hi, I'd love to have your number." He agreed and she pulled out her phone and sent him a text right in front of him. His phone beeps and she smiles and heads back to her friends. No idea how it went from there, but no confusion and no excuses. I'm an outgoing social person, but pretty shy or careful when it comes to flirting. An ex caught the signs and told me she liked me, worked out great. So go for it, just be a bit clear and honest and see how he reacts. I prefer you don't flirt. Just tell the guy straight up that you like him and interested into getting to know him better. Must do, get him to be comfortable around you to the point where he can be himself when he's around you. If possible, just say hello, and ask for their social media/number. If they smile a lot etc., then keep the convo going. If they look a bit awkward, then you back off but message them if you got their details. Basically it's confronting when a girl walks up to you. If you just have a normal convo with them it'll go great, just don't bring crazy energy sort of thing. Just talk to them. A lot of men are horrified of getting an allegation/cancelled etc. right now, so you have to be very open that you consent to a conversation with them. They are usually shy for a reason. Make a point to talk to me. Don't get upset about holding most of the conversation in the beginning. Eventually, to get a little less nervous and more comfortable. Sometimes it's hard to know what to say to compliments and seems insincere when I just give one back. Sit near me when you can. When you feel like the awkwardness has diminished, be direct and ask for my number so we can talk in our off times. Shy guy, with a force field of antisocial behavior here. There is a scale of flirting. Lowest is courtesy, just doing my job/just needing to know if you are good. Third highest is paranoia. This is probably a prank/flirting you out of pity. The direct approach immediately sets off the paranoia scale. I will immediately check if there is a gaggle of girls giggling behind you waiting for the gotcha moment, but it's an important first step. The second thing you do is what is most important, because that will determine if it's really genuine flirting, or if you just need something from the guy. So what do? Talk to him. Open up about yourself. The shy guys will always start off the some 1 to 2 word answers, but will open up over time, and a few more meet ups. Remember, you are breaking down a wall brick by brick. Come in like a wrecking ball, and that shy guy will build up a harder wall, faster than a shot of whiskey. Shy fella here who overcame shyness enough to fall in love and get married. Here's a few things that you need to know if you intend to approach shy guys. 1. Don't sexually assault/harass him. I know many women think that they're giving that poor shy guy a thrill by touching his back/neck/hair/shoulder/arm/hand/leg or propositioning him callously, but what you're really doing is raising a huge red flag and harassing/assaulting. If you don't want a man to do it to you, don't do it to a guy. 2. You'll need to be patient, but not persistent. Just because a guy is shy doesn't mean he's indecisive or incapable of taking charge. For me, I'm a leader when I need to be, but just assume that people don't want to talk to me outside of crisis. Let him know that you're interested, perhaps give him an option on how to move forward, and go from there. 3. Understand that some guys won't be into you. Even the shy ones have their own set of qualities they're looking for. Some aren't looking for a romantic interest at all. Many aren't desperate. Most aren't being delivered the thrill of their life because you spoke to them. I know this sounds harsh, but it's true. I'm sure you're nice, but he won't know that yet. 4. Not all shy guys are nice. Sometimes the shy ones are the biggest deviants/weirdos in the world. Learn to see those red flags too. 5. If you find a nice shy guy, and coax him out of his cave, be good to him. He'll likely do his best to be good to you, and he'll be loyal to the end. Step by step. 1. Deploy snacks. 2. Wait for me to wander over. 3. Deploy cage trap. 4. Ignore pitiful wailing noise. That's unrelated. Totes unrelated. 5. Begin brainwashing/MDMA drip to reprogram into believing I am worthy of love. 6. Talk about Star Trek/wars to distract from awkward times that civil liberties about kidnapping are brought up. 7. First date? Don't forget the tracking collar. Shy guy here. Currently in a super committed relationship with the girl of my dreams, and she made her intentions clear since day one. She was direct but not overbearing, and made sure to do the whole get to know you first thing. But we ended up getting together, and 4 months later we're going incredibly strong. So LD say make your intentions clear, but don't be pushy, and definitely don't try to rush things. You'll catch them all by surprise. First step is to assure them it's not a scam. Easiest way to accomplish this is by delay the flirting a few days after you've introduced yourself. I count any time girls approach me as a success. So with that definition of success, here are my 3 success stories. 1. She complimented me twice about the same thing, and since I get a compliment once every 5 years or so, don't really know how to react. I blurted out, "You told me so already," and immediately I realized my mistake and committed 100% of my brain power to contemplate how stupid I was instead of telling her I actually liked her, or that I did not mean it like that. I don't really know if you can extract any wisdom out of that. It was impossible for her to tell I was interested. Don't know how hard she took the rejection, but I regret even the slightest hurt. Two girls sat down next to me at a dinner party and started talking to me. She soon left because I must have seemed quite boring and or uninterested, only being able to politely answer her questions instead of having a conversation. I was completely surprised and was trying to figure out what was happening instead of keeping the conversation going. Be prepared to do the heavy lifting here, or if you can try to find a few common interests and steer the conversation that way. I can talk about Linux for hours if you can pretend to listen. 3 girl approached me in a bar and started talking to me. She hangs around me until the bar closes and we go our separate ways home. Even moderately drunk, I managed to figure out she was interested. 7 years later, I've still not figured out how to ask my place or yours. LD say ask my exes, but I approached them and none of those were what I'd ever call successful, so how about you try an approach and I'll tell you if it would open the door to a longer chat. Because just like my girlfriends told me that I should just ask, that's the only thing I can say to you. I will say that when it comes to me, flirting might not be the best way unless already dating, and given my past where I misunderstood flirting for attraction when it was just them been friendly to the freak as part of a dare. Honestly, just start the encounter. Most guys are shy because they think women are creeped out by them or because they think they have no shot. Although a guy acting shy could also just be trying to avoid conversation. If they give short, concise answers without bringing anything to the conversation, they probably aren't interested. I've had a history of being a potential creep towards women. Emotional attachment resulted in a lot of fallouts with women and friendships just diminished over time. I lost myself in the process of trying to be a person she was seeking out, and that led me astray. So I sort of distanced myself from women to the point of not associating with them altogether. Deep down, I'm very shy and introverted. I don't know how to talk to women, so I'm not sure how to make friends with them, let alone drop hints that I'm interested in dating or pursuing something further. RD like more women friends, and LD also like to pursue something more with a woman, but I've been guilty of forcing pieces to a puzzle that just don't fit. I've been on a journey of self-love and personal development and learned a lot about myself in the process, and one thing that sticks out is letting go. By this I don't mean sitting around, but by letting go and taking action. I allow people and opportunities to gravitate towards me. I don't chase anymore, I attract. So for now I just stick to myself, working out at home, painting, streaming music or YouTube, or simply writing in my journal and reading books. Things will come to me in divine timing. Not a man, but dating a shy guy? Sorry if this isn't allowed. My boyfriend asked me and a bunch of guys to come help him out with a project for his film school. I wound up helping out with lighting. After we wrapped up, he sent all of his friends home except me. It was very obvious why, but he was beating around the bush. I straight up asked him, is this platonic or are we on a date? He got really flustered and replied, I don't know, it's been a few years and we now live together. I might see myself as shy dude. One way is to be direct AF. Also, having some common interest to talk about like movies, anime is a good way for me to get comfortable with you, and then we can expand on topics we chat about and flirt casually in between.